Hi, hello, good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to my Nigeria Watch family. How are you doing today? Welcome to another new week. It's good to have you on here. My name is Iman. Apologies for being a few minutes late on here. But how are you doing? Just a new week. It's good to have each and every one of you on this broadcast this new week. To my amazing panelists, I've seen a big shout out to each and every one of you. I hope you're doing well. Please take out time, do well to like this broadcast. Yes, please take out time to like the broadcast before you click on the link and be right here with me. All right. I hope it's a new week going for you, and I hope things are just falling in place already. Osagbavo, how you doing? Good morning to you too. It's good to have you on this broadcast. Thank you for being here. Beautiful morning to you, dearest mommy diaspora. How you doing today? It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you. All right, and a big shout out to each and every one of you out there. Please do well to like this broadcast as we move. I'll be going into the business of the day real quick. All right. So did you guys hear or also have seen that Pastor Tunde Bakare has dropped. Have you guys following the controversy going on? Pastor Tunde Bakare did not only, distance himself or drop, take himself or drop supporting the candidacy or the presidency of Tinubu of APC, yes, a distance. Not just that, but he went on ahead to be asking some damning questions like, who killed Bola Ige? Who killed Victoria Chintet? I mean, all of these questions, I'm like, okay, what has that got to do with Bola Ahmed Tinubu? And also remember when Fanny Fire Day, also spoke to Tinubu and warned him and said, I am not Bola Ige. You cannot kill me, something like that. Ha. Okay, we are still dealing with the whole alleged drug dealing, and now there is the issue of who killed who. Okay, the politics is getting interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into the business of the day and let's see what the papers, yes, let's see what the papers are saying. Our first paper for today is the Daily Sun. Please take our time to like this broadcast as we as we move on. Thank you very much. Please take our time to like this broadcast as we move on. I keep getting notifications on my phone. Tunde Bakare disassociates himself from Tinubu. Hey, we will not hear what today. That is, he did just walk away. He walked away with damning questions. I mean, somebody is finally asking Tinubu to his face, who killed, what happened to Bola Ige? This one time they should, you know, and probably the president that intends to go to 10 states to go and campaign for Tinubu, he probably should have all of these questions, because they just might be asking him questions. As I know, if he answer during your own tenure, maybe he can, speak into the future and tell us what we should expect from Bola Ahmed Tinubu's, because Buhari, the 10 states you want to go to, what do you want to say? That we should continue based on what exactly that you have done for us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue with our review. Outrage over burning to death of Catholic priest in Niger. We have launched manhunt for culprits, says police. On general election, anxiety over expected retirement of IGP, DIGs, AIGs, CPs, 290 others. Stakeholders raise fears over election security. Military will give police required support, pledges CDS. Irabo. Expectations high as CBN launches domestic card payment scheme. I tell you, this withdrawal limit, this cashless policy, it is coming on in full force. Emefiele is not joking, and we love to see this. We love to see the correspondence. We love to see that, all the questions of where's Emefiele over the week. He has started answering us, not with his presence, but, with the next step. This is good. And then we have, Edo train attack. John security team rescues 12 victims, two still in custody. Hey, see, this is a fastest and the swiftest kidnap to rescue that we have encountered. I don't know. I stand to be corrected. Very much stand to be corrected. But I say that we have encountered in like forever. I mean, in less than what these people that we are gaining mileage. I mean, the other time it was 6 persons, and now 12 more people has been. And before you know, all of their numbers, they will all be out, and that's just the way to go about it. But okay, no, we're not taking that story. But also, what the security chief says is that these people are living amongst us. And they've also begged the landlords, or not, no, they're not begging the landlords. No, no, Edo State are not begging landlords. Now, other states, they beg landlords, say, if you see you, say so. No, Edo State, they're saying if they catch you, they know that you have harbored criminals. You've harbored criminals, you've harbored kidnappers. They're saying if they catch you, we go read them for papers. Let's continue, my people. We go read them for papers if they catch any of them. All right, so on here we have money laundering. CBN rolls out guidelines on legal structures to DMBs and OFIs. Also, we have here pastor shot, worshippers abducted as gunmen attack Castina community. Of what scarcity, consumers, marketers lament man-hour loss at retail outlets and depot. Agbo regains PDP reps ticket in Benue. NCDC confirms 42 new cases of COVID-19. Reject candidates who shun debates, parade forged identities, slander opponents. Pastor Bakare urges voters. I don't know why this one comes with me like this. So, Pastor Bakare, after everything that he has said, it's good to see. It's good to see. It's really good to see. It's really, really good. Let's close our eyes and say a quick prayer. Yes, now let's close our eyes and say a quick prayer. May the light spread across much more of these people. Honestly, because we need this light to shine across the country, across Nigeria as it is right now. All right, so let's talk about NDDC. NCDC has confirmed 42 new cases of COVID-19, but surprisingly, they are not, all of those safe distancing, all those perimeters, safety perimeters, they're not adhering to this. They're saying that these are not the things that make COVID not to spread. So they're saying, what is the need? There's no need for that. While other countries have gone on ahead to put in place preventive security perimeters for these things. I mean, these are countries that are seeing the influx of thousands of Nigerian doctors going into their country still, or yet they are doing the needful to safeguard their borders. But NCDC has said there is no need for that, and that we are all safe. Although this cranking variant is said to, it can even uh, infect, yes, those people that has been vaccinated. So they are saying that this one is very deadly. This one, with your vaccination and everything, it could still take you down and out. Still yet, with the thought say make we no secure borders. Who will they expect? Wetin will they expect from that border wey we know they secure? Wetin dey come inside wey make us never lock our border? I really don't understand. So you people out there, please do well to take care of yourself. All right, do well to adhere to everything that you should, please. All right, Pastor Bakare. Pastor Bakare, now evening we will talk this one finish, so let me not even start what I cannot finish. But we have it here in the papers that Pastor Bakare has rejected the candidacy of those that shun debates, that parade forged identities, that slander opponents. He also said that shots. He also questioned hey, Bakare is asking who killed Bola Ige, who killed all these people that had good intentions for Nigerians, the good leaders that would have helped to reshape, remodel, refine our countries, and they had to take out these good ones just so that these bad ones are here. So he's asking again, and this is the second time on top one candidate though that they're coming out to say, you cannot shut me up, I'm not scared of you, you cannot kill me. Yes, we can always go back to publications of Fanny Fayode, and yes, and now Pastor Bakare. Let's leave those unnamed people, the blogs that says that carries information will say, okay, that's a faceless blog, but this is a faced person that is making these damning accusations. I mean, these are accusations. Okay, these are implied accusations. All right, let's move on to another paper. Mr. Machiavelli, how you doing? It's good to have you on this broadcast. Talk to me. I'd like to hear from you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ima. Thank you for having me on the show today. And good morning to everyone on the chat, and good morning to Nigerians, and good morning to fellow concerned citizens around the globe. And once again, thank you for having me. It's a beautiful Monday, and I hope you're having a beautiful Monday as well.
Yes, I am. Thank you very much, Mr. Machiavelli. Let's quickly move on to the punch. On here, we have 42 COVID infections recorded. Excuse me, the other publication, okay, it's the same thing. This time around, the data is complete. So, no jokes on this COVID-19 thingy. Please let us let us stay safe out there. All right, federal government rules out restrictions on the COVID-19. Oil earnings rise 363 billion naira in 3 months. 16 PDP supporters killed. 83 injured in crash. Here we have government-owned plants dishes out dangerous chemicals threatens residents' health. Bank borrowing from CBN rises 260% to 21.87 trillion naira. And the picture story is from the Armed Force Remembrance Day. Widow demands benefits as federal government honors fallen soldiers. Google unveils portal for 2023 elections. Terrorists lynch Niger priest, abduct 5 Castina worshippers. NBA president seeks constitution amendment, independent candidacy. Okay, so what's happening in the Nigerian Bar Association has to do with lately they've just imposed a fine of 1 million naira for SAN application. So we are going to be seeing lots of back and forth from that. Of course, this does not sit well with them. They are saying that money is just on the high. It's too that the money is too much. Well, this is a continuation, a backstory from that. If you are following that story, please do also pick up this paper, the Punch, on page 20. You have a follow up on that. And there was pandemonium on Sunday somewhere in Nigeria. Okay, we'll take the Castina story first. In Castina, by 7 a.m. in Castina, there were said to be bandits. Now, there were said to be gunmen who stormed the church, shot the pastor, and proceeded to take 5 worshippers, 5 women away from the church. Yeah, took 5 women away from the church, and this happened at 7 a.m. They started the worship, the solemn worship, and the peace of that community yesterday morning until up to now. They are waiting to hear from the bandits, which has now become a norm. And also in Niger State, Ninja. Okay, it is said that a a a bishop or a Catholic bishop, yes, these gunmen were headed for his apartment, but they could not gain access into his apartment. They tried severally, they could not gain access. This ones, they stormed this community at 1 a.m. midnight. They stormed the community to pick up the Catholic bishop, but the Catholic bishop, but it was they were unable to gain access. Now, one of the priests, he was a priest. Now, one of the priests was trying to abscond, was trying to run away from the building while this was happening, and he was shot on his shoulder. That priest was rushed to the hospital. Sadly, the bishop whose house they could, the priest whose house they could not penetrate, seeing that they could not penetrate, they could not get access to the man. It wasn't a case of, we live to fight another day. They rather burnt this man's apartment, and they were there till the building was brought to nothing. They were there till the building was brought to nothing. So the man was burnt to death. They saw to it that the man was burnt to death before they left. The community, they said they could do nothing. They divided themselves into two. One half were out there shooting and making sure that they don't no help, no reinforcement. This took some time because the residents said that they called the police, they called for help, but they did not come in good. I mean, from the time when they were trying to gain access into the man's house to when they shot the other person that tried to escape, to the point where they set the house on fire and they waited for everything to be razed down before leaving. But the police say that there is a man armed for that and that the culprit would be brought to book. To book. Honestly, these things are really, really heartbreaking and they are very disappointing. These are very heavy stories. You are in your house. Sometime last week we read a story of how these people, these bandits, terrorists, unknown gunmen, whatever it is, these enemies of the state, they went and they abducted 5 housewives. For how long are we going to continue with stories like this? Anyways, this has happened. That's why I am saying kudos to what is happening in Edo State. Some states, they don't get this help. You don't even hear that 5 people were rescued. This is a rescue mission, and they are gaining, So what's happening in the north? Why are they not being able to rescue these people? Why are these people selling everything that they have to pay these bandits? This matter this somehow, and it is very scary. This matter is very scary. I don't know how somebody, I mean, look at that priest. Of course, he thought locking himself, not being, as long as you don't get kidnapped, you'll be safe. As long as you can protect yourself from being kidnapped. No, when they come for you, they can't kidnap you. This is it. All right, and in another story that is, supposed to elevate our mood, Google has unveiled a portal rather, for the 2023 elections for Nigerians. That way, we get everything election, everything information, INEC, from this party, from that party, trending stories, trending topic, gaff, what have you, appointments, town hall meeting, everything will be found there. So you don't have to go to Instagram to check what is happening or go to Twitter to check what is happening. All of this information will be collated one place, which is the portal of Nigerians. Oh, there's a name for it. All right, there's a name for it, but it's NETH, NETH. That's the acronym of it. But apologies, but there's a name for it. But it's out there. But this looks like this sounds like good news. This is a good news. You get all information. So all those presidential candidates that don't know what to expect, you know what to expect. You know questions that this person has asked. You already know. So do well to equip yourself. This is going to favor everybody at the end of the day. Favor us. It's going to favor the candidates. It's going to favor the parties. This is a good move. This is a good move by Nigerians. All right. This is all the stories that we have. Yeah. That's all the story that we have on here on the Punch. Mr. Machiavelli, let's talk about the papers so far before we take our last paper for the day. I mean, I will not want to use the word scared, but I am having stories like this of this priest whose house they couldn't kidnap him as usual. I mean, we know how this Catholic priests have, they were being kidnapped and murdered at some point back to back last year. I think they've taken measures in protecting themselves, but I mean, look at the tragedy that still befell this man. What do you have to say about this, and of course on the other topics on the papers?
Thank you very much for this information. Thank you once again. Good morning to all of you. Well, the story is, it can be very, very frightening right now. I understand the fear, but I'm very optimistic. I believe that Nigerians will come off this whole thing and everything will become very, very fine, based on the fact that the the election is coming. This will kind of ginger a lot of Nigerian youth to actually do what is right to elect a proper government so that we have a kind of a decency in our community so that we'll be able to heal these wounds. And the one that just you just said about those states, like 12 people have been rescued. That's a welcome development, but I still have to have the word "but" because as as a government implies, we have to make sure we bring out all the machineries that we have or the arsenal to make sure that everybody is safe in the society. And that includes in every 36 states right now what the whole thing is going on. And the remaining two that is left in the custody, now the remaining two that is left in custody, I will say that the Edo state government should do what they should put every means to make sure that these two, they are being rescued because they are also, humans. So those 12 is a welcome development, but they still need to do more because what is happening now is really, really terrifying. And what are the appropriate measures that are going to be put in place to ensure that this thing does not occur? Because what is going on now is actually scaring people, and it's also a way of scaring. It's a scaring tactics to enable people not to vote, which is called voter suppression. But I urge them to do more and ensure that the remaining two are being rescued. In terms of Tunde Bakari, issuing his own statement, it's not it's not something that why now? Why are you issuing the statement now? Why are you doing this now? If you know who actually killed Bola Ige or whatever happened, I think the security our security team they should do more to investigate this matter. But why now are you trying to push that into the narrative to the people? And also, I support the one that he said that you should not vote for candidate who does not come out to debate. That's a pure fact, and they shouldn't vote for somebody who does not have identity. Well, I support him on that because this has to do with a credibility. If you want to become the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you should put yourself out there. The people should know you, what you have done, and what you are about to do. Those are the three things that we need to consider. And if we don't have this thing done, it means that we are not ready. You cannot come out and say you don't have to debate. You don't have to talk to the Nigerians. Tell them what you intend to do, other than you are just talking through your party chieftains. That does not tells you who you are. And a lot of clouds of how much the Nigerian people know you, what is your name, what is your age, where you come from, or what you did, schools and everything. They want to know. But they keep on hearing this and that. That does not show the credibility. That is why I said I actually agree with what Tunde Bakari said. Because like I've always said here, if you want to become the head of state or Federal Republic of Nigeria, you must have to put yourself out there. Nigerians want to see policies that will take them forward. How are you going to deal with the insecurity? It's not by campaigning, saying your campaign, I will bring tourist soldiers, I will give them agbado, I will give them this. That is not what we are. It is the case of where you sit down, the Nigerian people start giving you questions on how you are going to take Nigeria from this quagmire we are to a better system where it can be good for each Nigerians, not just because of the rich, not just the rich, every Nigerian. How are we going to bring new innovations? How do you develop the youth skills? How are you going to make sure that the youth, we have 60% of Nigerian youth who are unemployed. So how are you going to deal with this issue? And we have another issue that is lingering on us, that the incoming government that is going to take over this Buhari's administration is going to inherit the sum of 77 trillion naira of deficit. So how are you going to put this thing? How are we going to deal with this thing? What are your mechanisms that you are going to put in place to ensure that Nigerians are out of this thing? Our inflation has gone to 22%. Unemployment rate has gone up. So how are you going to deal with it? Insecurity is ravaging us left, right, and center. Nigerians cannot travel within one state. And these things are going to limit any investors that are going to invest into the economy. And our source of revenue, which is the oil sector, is damaged. We have stealings everywhere. When Nigerians want to ask you, how are you going to deal with this thing? It's not by hiding under your chieftain and those ones will come and issue statement. That is not what Nigerians want. That is why Nigerians must open their eyes. Instead of throwing issues that are irrelevant, you have to put issues that are relevant to these people who want to govern you. Give them questions, ask them questions, see what they entail, listen to them. Then we can now know where we are heading to. Then you talk about, like yesterday, Nigerians honor the fallen heroes, the Remembrance Day. I felt sad because this is one of the things I always put here. Because these are gallant men and women who has made sure that defend the nation. They died through the process and they were honoring them. And you said on the newspaper that the parents, some of these parents were angry with the federal government and are demanding a lot of compensation, which I totally agree. Because you cannot have people who are gallant troops who were defending the nation, and as today the fallen heroes and most of their families are forgotten. We have loads of them. A lot of people who has made Nigeria to be Nigeria, we don't even remember them. Like people like Taiwo Akikumi, who designed the Nigerian flag. But if you look and go and see where he lives, it looks like if he is nothing to write home about. These are people who has made Nigeria Nigeria. Gallant men and women who are serving, who have been in Sambisa forest and have never been home to say hello to their parents. Some of them were during the Christmas while we're celebrating, some of them were in the forefront. So we should make sure that we are making provisions for these people. We need to heal their wound because they are suffering. If you go to our barracks, some of them you cannot even imagine these are people who are serving the country. So my question is, are we really serving these people the way they are serving us? These are the questions Nigerians need to be putting to these leaders. It's not by saying because it's my brother, it's my sister, you are saying hallelujah, then you just clap hand, your sentiment, you want to talk because it does not favor you, you talk because it favors you, you want to start using rhetoric instead of talking about issues that is based on that satisfies everybody. So my own is to make sure that every Nigerian should be adhered to, not just because I know you or you know me. This is why when Tunde Bakari is issuing these like things of Bola Ige, this is not the time you have to be using those kind of sentiments because it doesn't work for you. Now you want to see them, but when you were joining them when you were supporting or being in the same clique with them, you never brought out these things. These are all nonsense. This is a pastor for that matter. If you want to bring out issues that will heal the country or you want to bring out policies, you need to educate Nigeria on what to ask, not asking who killed Bola Ige. If you know who killed Bola Ige, go to the security agency and tell them instead of telling the public. Are we the people to find justice? You know, there's the Justice Department, go and tell them. There's the DSS, go and tell them. You can sue them to court. Don't come and be putting that to try to make sure the voters become angry. All these are nonsense. Talk about issues. How are we going to solve this 77 trillion that is hovering around us? That is my fear because the next incoming government is going to inherit that sum of money, whether they like it or not. Today, I'm very happy. The Labour Party, they are talking in the Chatham House. I should be listening to policies like that and making sure that Nigerians are aware of the dangers ahead or the challenges ahead, or let me put it like that. It's not about based on who killed Bola Ige. That is not what Nigeria is all about now. We need to be talking things that are really, really relevant on how to deal with the economy, how to put on an institution. And another thing that you spoke on the last one is about how what's it called? They have to secure our borders so that this election it doesn't go. Of course, we have to secure our border. And also, if you look at it, what is happening now is COVID-19 thing that is coming on. How are we dealing with it? I have to tell you this. This is very simple. The first COVID-19 that came, were we able to deal with it? We were not able to deal with it. We didn't know how many people were sick. They just give us figures. How did you get these figures? What is the data? How did you get the data? These are the things that Nigerians need to know. Any incoming government that is coming in, and we need to say, how do we deal with these diseases that are going to ravage our people? How are you going to improve the health sector to make sure that this thing will tackle it? How are you going to sense the information? What are the techniques? What are the innovations you are going to put in place All these things I should be listening, not talking about irrelevant things or closing our borders. Closing our borders is fine, but what mechanism are you putting in place? Because instead of closing the border to enable goods and services not to come in, how are you going to deal with it? You need to give us a scope. You need to give us a mechanism. And each candidate should be put in these questions. What will you do? So that is my own for now. Thank you for having me.
All right, Mr. Machiavelli, thank you very much. We have other people in the house that cannot wait to give their submission. But nice, it's good to have you on here. Good day to you, sir. Let's hear from you. Thank you very much for being here, Brother Nice.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Misima. Good morning to you. Good morning to my fellow panelists. Those on the comment section. Good morning. Mr. Collins, I greet you special. You know, say I not greet you again.
Good morning, bro. Why you not greet me? You greet me now. I greet you. How is the family?
Yeah, we are fine, thank God.
But Machiavelli,
So,
I greet you, bro.
so
Thank you so much, my brother.
yeah, you know, when Machiavelli was talking about the well-being of our military, you know, I said it before that the way our leaders think, their mentality, they have slavery mentality. I will just ask you, Machiavelli, just look around the country where you live right there. The police in your country and the military, how are they faring? How are they looking?
Well, to be honest, my brother, this is in a country where we all live in a developed country. You will not see any military or any servicemen being left to swindle like what we Nigerians are, enveloping
No,
right now. That is a
yeah,
shame. What
what
we are
I'm just
having,
saying, eh? What I'm just saying, I'm talking about their well-being, their look. Can't you see
that's
their
what I'm
look
saying.
alone?
There's a difference between a he-goat and a she-goat, no matter their similarities. What we are having
So,
here is a
so that
complete
is, you know, the
recall
problem our
military.
leader Our leader don't see our military as people that deserve better life. They have the mentality of slavery. They believe that every civil servant, every security, all our police, all our military, they're supposed to be living like slave. That is the problem a black man have. That's why I always said it here that black man have problem. Just go to Dubai alone. Look at their police alone. The way their police is living, their military. Just see them alone. You will love to shake them, to embrace them if you see them. But if you see Nigerian's policeman and a military man, eh, because of the extreme poverty where our leaders subject them to, that is why many of them they see Nigerians as their enemy. That is why they are brutalizing Nigerians because they themselves they are suffering. You know, the money those our leaders are looting, this money is for their welfare, for the welfare of the citizens, the welfare of those militaries and those policemen. Just look at their barrack. Some of them, they are living in dilapidated buildings in their barracks. Even Minister of Interior has not even visited their barrack for almost about 100 years. He has not even been there to see how they are faring. That is black man for you. But in this place, Minister of Interior always go to their station, go to their apartments, go to where they live to see how they are faring, if they are living comfortable, as they suppose. You understand? So that is what I'm telling you right here. You see, that is why I tell you that a black man cannot lift a black man out of poverty. It's going to be difficult, especially in that sub-Saharan Africa, because they believe they have that the elite supposed to be living better than the commoners. You understand? That is their mentality. That is why they cannot lift their people away from poverty. When Buhari is promising that I'm going to live 100 million away from poverty, is a lie. They cannot, because they have the way of seeing, the way of the way they see things. It cannot allow them to do it because they believe that people should be under them. You know. So look at the money Tinubu is spending in campaign today. Where were this money since then? Where were those money? Or the one Atiku used to buy his way out? Where were those money? The money is in their account. These are the money that belongs to the people. So, my brother, all these politicians, it is only this campaign now. That is where we see them. You see all of them now. They are rubbing mind with us. They are looking for vote now. After when they become president, they will not become monarchy. You cannot near their gate. So, my brother, that is why if I think of all those things, it's just like the time I'm spending to fight to bring changes. It's just like wasting of time sometimes. Just like I'm just wasting my strength. Because these people, we are seeing them now because of campaign. When they become president now, they will not talk to us again. It's finished. We will not see them again until their time is over. Just like the previous one that we have. You know. So it's just that it's even this person now, Peter Obi, that even make everything change now. We don't see many of them that used to go to the street corner to eat corn with all those women that used to sell corn by the roadside, you know.
Oh,
So
honestly,
it's just people.
it is better this year than those. Hey, God of Nazareth.
Yes, so it's Peter Obi change it for them, you know. So
it's,
you will
it's
see more
it's
of
a
these
good
things.
thing. All right, thank you
Yeah.
very much. Thank you. It's a good thing. I mean, how can I mean, on a norms, these people will go and be frying akara, and we will not vote for somebody that went to fry akara. Meanwhile, we expect the person to come and drop some kind of word structure for us. Shey wetin dem use campaign be that? We not see wetin shebi na the fire. That, I mean, that's them telling us that we'll show you shege. You see this fire, the shege will show you people will be like this fire, but
Mrs. Sima, Mrs.
we
Mistima,
did
Sima,
not
Mrs. Sima,
understand.
sorry, Mrs. Sima, this is the
Thank
reason
you,
why you should
Mr.
ask them questions. You should ask them questions. This is the reason why I'm telling we should be talking about issue based, not looking at this one. You fry akara for Lagos, you build the ridge for Lagos, you come and is that what the situation is now? It's more than us. We should be asking them what they intend to do. We're talking about future purpose, not this nonsense they are
like a
talking like
belly,
Tunde Bakare, bringing the
like
likes
a
of Bola
belly.
Ige at this time. Oga, is that what the subject
Let me
matter
tell
is?
you,
No, but how
as
many
we are,
how many known people have come out to to point a finger at him, asking him those questions?
Yes,
This is going
let
to
me
this is going to put a dent, and this is going to be another. I mean,
Mrs.
this
Sima, I
is
understand what you're talking about. I
yes.
understand what you're talking about. But Miss Bola Ige has been something that has been a part. If you have the information, go to the security service and tell them. It's not the Nigerian business. Nigeria is swallowing in pains and in abject poverty. How are you going to bring in innovation to attract foreign investors to make sure that the economy start booming? That is what we should be asking Tunde Bakare. He has been in their colonies. What is our business with Bola Ige's matter? It's not our business. Issue based.
uh, uh,
Talk about
Misima,
elections.
Misima, do you know that as we are talking right now, in Nairobi, Kenya, they are building smart skyscrapers in Nairobi, Kenya. They are just built. If you see all different structures that they are high rising buildings that is coming out from Nairobi, Kenya, as we are talking right now. If you see Kenya, you will be thinking you are in Dubai. You understand? For the 8 years Buhari spent in power, which smart city Buhari have built? Buhari left from Abuja, he went to go and commission a palace. At 8 years, Buhari cannot build a smart buildings in Nigeria, even in Abuja right there. We still have short buildings. Go and look at what Kenyans are doing. You understand? The only thing Buhari just came to do is just open our border for his Fulani brothers to invade Nigerians. That is what that man came to do for us. No better for that man. Thank you.
Very aggrieved Nigerians we have on here. There's a comment from Nigerian Movies 2021. Okay, you see the 2021. Nigerian Movies, how you doing? It's good to have you. Nigerian Movies is saying, let us fight together for our freedom to I think, to humanity. But let us fight together. When we come together, there is still a name, right? So what are we called? We are still Nigerians. We are still Nigerians. So it's either we are fighting on our soil, on our land to get our land back, or we are fighting outside to get our land back. But I don't know how much, how effective a fight from outside can help you recover your land. But let's see how that goes. Pepper them with a beautiful morning to you. It's good to have you on here. We have Prince Collins in the house. Prince Collins, good day to you, sir. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Let's hear you, sir.
Oh, good morning, everyone. As I said before, say congratulations for making the new week. Ima, well done for your work. I celebrate you. Uh,
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I've seen a lot of things, but let me comment briefly. The anxiety that is over expected retirement of IGP, DIGs, AIGs, and Commissioner of Police, and 290 others. I don't know why, from the review of the newspaper that you read, I don't know why when they tell people to retire, they will be running up and down. They will have anxiety, they will have hypertension. Me, I don't know if they want to stay there forever. When you enter somewhere, if you start from somewhere, you must end somewhere. People need to retire for others to replace them. Lack of retirement and rejecting what is supposed to be done as I went due is one of the major problems we have in Nigeria today. When people get to office, they will not want to leave. Other generations that are supposed to replace them will just be wasting away. This is the problem we have in Nigeria. People should learn how to get out when it's time for them to get out. And they should allow others to get in when it's time for them to get in. Things should be done as and when due. IGs, DIGs, and AIGs that have collected enough money that have brought us to the kind of pace and agony that we are today. When you tell them to retire, they'll be crying. They'll be running up and down. Whereas in Edo State, for instance, colleges of education has been closed down for years now. People have been sent to, people that have been lecturers there, they've been sent to for nothing's sake. They said they want to change it to Akpata University. Today, nothing has happened. Now they are talking about making it a federal college of education. Nothing is happening. People that have been teaching there, they've sent them to go home. All the lecturers are without retirement, without benefits. Then when you ask the important ones to go, they won't want to go, even with their gratuity. They want to stay there because they are siphoning the nation's money. As regard the outrage of burning to death of a Catholic priest in Niger, I think all these things will stop very soon, just as Joe Biden, Donald Trump did when he came to power, that the maiming and killing of Christians should stop. I think it's something the next president should talk about, because nobody have right to kill anybody anywhere. Nobody have right to send anybody to his early grave. The jungle justice that is taking place in Nigeria in the name of religion is becoming alarming. People, especially in the northern part of Nigeria, they just decide to go into Christian organization centers and do whatever they want to do. How can they burn a priest to ashes? Although I don't know who is doing that, but I believe that it has to do with religion. Nobody have right to do that. And the fact that the police, the security agent in Nigeria never bring people to book when they commit evil, no judgment for the wicked, people continue to do all this nonsense. People continue to embark on evil activities because there's no judgment, no persecution. The police will, make effort to do arrest, but at the end of the day, there's no judgment, there's no prosecution. People will just be released like that. Just as somebody told me the other time that when they go out to fish out these criminals in Nigeria, they put their life at risk as security agents. Somebody told me confidently that a police officer that is close to my cousins back there, that are high officers that are really brave enough to go into the forest to fish at these people. I was asking him, why is it that you people as police officers, we are just joking. I said, police officer, you are getting money, you are not a hierarchy officer, you can't even do anything. There's no security in Edo, there is no security anywhere around the south and all that. He told me, he said, Mr. Colley, let me tell you one thing. We cannot be the scapegoat all the time. We can fish these people out. We know how to bring these people out. We can bring them out. But when we bring them out, at times we'll go to the bush to fish these people out. We put ourselves at risk. At times we lost special squads in the battle of trying to bring these people out. But at the end of the day, when you bring them to the police station, a call will come from nowhere and say, release them. So who will not be the scapegoat that will go and die for anybody? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So the government should emphasize on giving justice to those that have committed any crime so that others will learn from it. When there's no justice, people don't learn lesson. So the crime will keep continuing. Nobody has right to take anybody's life for no reason, and they'll just put it in newspaper like that, and that's all. This cannot be done anywhere else apart from Nigeria. Let me not over vibrate myself this morning so that I don't come and start having headache unnecessary. But all these things have to stop. They have to stop. Talking about somebody asking Uki Bola Ige, Tinubu and all that, and then we can ask who killed Deligiwa. We can ask who killed Ida in Edo State. We can ask who killed so many people. This is not time to ask who killed this, who killed that. This time for politics. It should be issue-based campaign right now. They should say what they want to do to change the narrative. We know that things have happened before, but we need new innovations on how to put an end to all the nonsense that is taking place around the Africa nation, Nigeria in particular. The crime is too much. They should talk about how they are going to correct a lot of abnormalities in that land. NDDC confirmed 42 new cases of COVID-19. I'm sorry, NCDC confirmed 42 new cases of COVID-19. COVID-19 is not gone yet. Why should they be announcing it? They don't want federal government to give them more money to go and spend on COVID-19 when we didn't get the result of the one they did before. All the palliatives that was donated was heaped at home. Members of House of Assembly and members of House of Reps and Senate and other cabinet were using palliatives for souvenirs in their parties. Palliatives that were made to alleviate the sufferings of the people that went for lockdown. Nigeria should face reality. That is why we want a wonderful change to bring about revolution in everywhere. COVID-19 is everywhere. It's not only 42. The 42 cases they just saw now, they are just bringing this one up as propaganda. Every 10 persons in the world right now, in every 10 persons, 2 have COVID-19. It's a general thing now. It's not a big deal. If you go to Europe now, they don't even talk about it anymore. People are still dying. If you go to UK, if you go to Spain, if you go to Holland, go into the health sector, they will tell you that the cases of COVID-19 is still as very high as it's still alarming. But they don't want to talk about it anymore. They just want to move on because life must go on. You know, we cannot be talking about the past all the time just to open the pause to siphon money. COVID-19 is just like a typhoid fever and malaria, serious diseases now that are even worse than COVID-19. They are there in Africa. So they shouldn't bring COVID-19 as an issue. It's not an issue. Even right now in the UK, it was said in the news last week that there are more cases of flu, that is cough and catarrh, according to the bad weather. Because of the bad weather, there are more cases of flu than COVID-19, but COVID-19 is still there. They are still getting hundreds of cases on daily basis in each state. So it's still there. So it's not a big deal. They should fix the nation. They should fix it. Stakeholders are raising fears over election security. It's not the one to raise fears, stakeholders. It's a shame to all of them that they raise fears when it comes to. There's a parable in Benin that says that it is when it's time. It is when it's time for party that you see the lazy ones looking for clothes to wear. You prepare yourself before the party. Prepare yourself before any incident. You have to be proactive. Nigerians, they are not proactive until it will get to the dire minute. They will not say, okay, this one is the problem, this one is the problem, so that they will allocate money for them to siphon again. The state is very secure. The state of Nigeria is very, very secure, because there is nothing that is happening now that has not happened before. They should hold the election and let them go away from there. Let the election hold, let them go away from there. There is no issue that will take place now that has never happened before. Is it that they are going to block the movie train and take people ambush as kidnappers do, that we have never seen before? Or is it the Boko Haram that go to community to kill people anyhow that we have not seen before? Or is it the herdsmen that go to villages and rape and maim our mothers and sisters in the bush and put them in a state of quagmire in the bush? Is that what we have not seen before? Let them hold the election and live there. This state is very safe. It's very convenient for them. That's what they want. You can't do you can't keep doing something wrong and expect good results. If they want good results, they should do it right. They should get it right. That is why we must vote them out right now. Put somebody that will start from the crash and lay a good foundation for Nigeria, so that we know where we are going. If anybody that is coming now is not ready to lay a good foundation, we are here to counter that person. And when they are laying this good foundation, we will know, because Nigeria Watch is known for people that are already aware of what it takes to build a good nation. So we should expect that from our principal when it comes, laying a good foundation for Nigeria to thrive, so that everything will be checkmated easily.
All right.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate you, Imo.
Thank you very much, Prince Collins. Thank you for that wonderful submission. Thank you. And also to Nigerian movies. Oh dear, haven't we had to lose a thing or two to this country? But we won't stop fighting. We won't. Nigeria is home to us, and it must remain so. Let the greedy ones go. Let the strangers in our land go. Anyone who does not want to settle with peace, let them go. We shouldn't have to be the ones. You see, the good ones keeping quiet and wanting to run away. Why the bad ones wants to take the land from us? Why are we not taking what is ours? Please, let's give it a good fight. We're already here, my people. Let's keep at it. Thank you very much. Oh no, Pepper them with love. I have not seen this clip from Pastor Eneche. I've not seen it, but I will look for it. But thank you for stating it on here. Thank you to each and every one of you that has been with us on this broadcast today. It's been quite the broadcast. I hope you've taken out time to like the broadcast as well. If you are here to, please take out time to like the broadcast. Mr. Makirabo, how you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day at work. Yes, I'm giving a special shout out to you. Thank you very much for your donation. God bless you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for always, each and every one of you on here on the live chat, and of course to my panelists. A big thank you to you. I come to you for your final submission as we round off this broadcast. Mr. Machiavelli, let's hear from you,
Yeah,
please.
thank you so much. Like what my brother just said, Prince Collins, I do agree to him. We need to start building foundation now, because like I said, we've always been saying it, that our foundation has been wrong. How do we set the space? How do we prepare Nigerians for to come? How do we prepare them of how to join in nation building? How do we build this thing? These are the most fundamental steps that Nigerians should be talking about. The issue of insecurity will leave if Nigerians actually understand and we have good governance, and you will see that the citizens are going to join in building the nation, in making sure that this thing is reduced so that it doesn't deteriorate into a kind of a secular war. Because right now, from what we are seeing, it is the bad ones that are gaining from Nigerians. It is not the good ones. We are all here now fighting for the soul. Do you think we are not living comfortable in where we are? My belief is that Nigeria is my country, and I'll be prepared to do what it takes to enable or to bring in the education to sanitize the citizen of what to do and what to expect. In any government, you must be a challenge. Whether it's bad, but if you must put a challenge, let it be education. Let it be innovative so that these people can hear you and see they are wrong and try to correct it. And in all, we'll always make it. One love, Nigeria. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and God bless us all. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you for that, Mr. Machiavelli. Very nice. Let's have your final submission, please.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Ima. Yeah, my final submission is it's just to let 10 Nigerians to get their PVC. No matter the frustration, you guys should not relent. Get your PVC to change this system. Because if we don't do this now, let you just do it once and for all. If we don't do it now, it's not going to be easy for us for 8 years again. 8 years again, it's not going to be easy. So you guys should not be discouraged. Just keep on trying. Go and get your PVC. Vote Peter Obi to become the next president of Nigeria, so that we will have a better Nigeria. Because all of us, we are tired of talking with this administration. There's no changes. They are not listening to what we are saying. You know, Buhari was supposed to resign by now. I don't know what that man is still doing right there. The remaining few months that remain now is like 100 years to me. You know, people are still being killed, kidnapped. The man is just mute, silent. He's not do anything about it. It's just Nigeria is just like a flight without no pilot. You know, this man just came to cause chaos in Nigeria and telling us that he's in haste to go back to Dara now. What did you come in the first place to come to for Nigerians to elect you as a president? Why did you come from Dara in the first place? You know, so Nigerians, take your PVC and vote these people out, so we can have a better Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brother Nice, for that submission. My people, please take our time to support us now. Do well to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section, and please do well to like this broadcast. If you are here to tender or to trade in your money, please take our time to do so, because come 31st of January 2023, what we know as our naira notes would cease to be legal tenders going forward. From 1st of February, it ceases to be legal tender. So do well to submit your monies, find a way to have it deposited in your bank. Yes, please try to do this as much as you can before that day. But there's going to be an opening. Okay, I probably shouldn't be saying this because CBN has not stated this out there. You could also check out their website for more information on how well to dispose your naira, or how to get how to have the value reflect in your account. All right, and if you are here to pick up your PVC, please do what to get that sorted
Where's the
out.
Mefili
Also,
right now? Where's the Mefili right now?
nobody knows, my brother.
Nowhere to be found.
There
Huh.
was a publication that Emefiele is back in the country, but Femi Falana is saying Emefiele is not back to the country. That Emefiele should be arrested upon, his entrance into the country. So we don't even know what's happening. But that's it. That's it. So if you're here to get your PVC, please do also get your PVC. Our submission closes on the 29th of January. So please get your PVC. All right, Prince Collins, let's have your final submission, sir.
Yeah, thank you. You see, that is the issue that is just happening with MFLA and others right now. It's a clear example that when the head is not strong enough to dish out instruction, supervise, monitor the instruction, and to the final stage, things always happen this way. We already have a leader that is not able to finish up when he starts anything. He just dish out instruction and they go ahead and do whatever they like. That's what is happening right now. Why is Emefiele running? Why are the politicians chasing him? There are so many things that is yet to be uncovered that we need to know in future. I pray that God should keep exposing them and disgracing them as we enter a new era of this country. So I think my final submission is that we should try and pick up our PVCs and see how we're going to vote them out massively. We're going to give them massive vote out, even if we don't have other candidates. But the president has to be changed. The two parties has to be brought down. They need to go on their knees and disappear from this Mother Earth, because they brought evil to the land. Total evil. That's what they brought to the land. Imagine, I was discussing with somebody last time. He was trying to convince me that I should come into their account. He was asking me why they should vote. I was asking him why we shouldn't vote Peter Obi. What has the Igbos done? He was telling me that have I forgotten what the Igbos did in the south when there was civil war, that they came to the south and started killing the southerners. Somebody was still reasoning about civil war. I was just laughing at it. I said, look at what you are telling me. Civil war that happened in 1960, even when you were not born yet, that's what you are telling me. Is that how you convince people politically? People have no issue to discuss. They just bring out irrelevant issue to convince you, to make you have that belief that there is tribal sentiment and a regional disagreement. Let us not believe these people anymore. They don't have reasons. Somebody telling me that the civil war, what they did in civil war, we don't need to vote for them, which means they are still living in the past. We can never leave the past. Just learn from the past, use it to correct the present, so that the future can be arranged. Those are not the kind of leaders that we want. Please, let us see people that are innovative, people that have issues, the people that understand the issue of the nation, people that want to correct the abnormalities of this nation, and cast our vote and forget about sentiment or anything. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you for what you have done this morning. I appreciate Naja Wash, my brother Machiavelli, and what's my main brother 115.
Nice.
Brother,
Let
nice.
me help you there.
Thank you for thank you for having time all the time to.
Prince
Let's have an
Collins,
open house conversation,
Prince
gentlemen.
Collins,
Let's have
Prince
an
Yeah.
open
Collins.
house conversation, gentlemen. Brother Nice brought up this question asking where's Emefiele. If the president has given a decree or an order that Emefiele should not be arrested, and we know over time the president has been backing Emefiele. I mean, when the House, the finance minister, they were saying this, that the president say he has my backing. He has explained to me, he has my full support. And now today the president is not saying nothing. Emefiele is nowhere to be found. So are we going to, is it not for us to believe that there is somebody obviously bigger than the president that gives the shot that the president cannot overturn? Else, why is Emefiele not here today?
Let me tell you, Misima, the reason why Buhari love Emefiele so much is Emefiele that facilitates all those borrowing that Buhari is borrowing. Is Emefiele that makes it very easy for Buhari. That's
Is
the
it
reason why
Emefiele
Buhari
or
love.
the House? Is it Emefiele or the Senate president? Because sometime last week, Ahmed Lawan was, opened up and said that truly that Nigeria has collected too much, has borrowed too much, and was not ready to sign in for us to borrow more. So are we going to say it's Emefiele or it is Lawan? Ahmed.
Lawan and Emefiele, all these people in the Assembly National, they are working together. You understand? So it's Emefiele that facilitates everything for Buhari. That is the reason why Buhari loves Emefiele so much. You cannot touch Emefiele when Buhari is there.
Yeah, but
you understand?
But another thing is that what Emefiele is doing, if you look vividly at what Emefiele is doing right now, Emefiele is taking the right path to lead us to try to break the yoke of these politicians not spending money in election. If you look at what is happening, what
Not be that
Emefiele,
one with the talk, Prince Collins. Not be that one with the talk. The one way they talk now, the policy we put in place so that they not feel spent all this money for this election. Now they talk so. We they tell you how it is.
Now don't see that they change that for so. Now don't see that they change that for so.
That will not be the problem. The Emefiele himself don't fair commit a lot of this thing, heavy problem for Nigeria economy first.
That's what
this thing.
That's now what they go tell you, bro.
That's 70 trillion where you the year so say the federal government borrow so. Now Emefiele neither they use they facilitate all this money. Emefiele
I know. You see the issue. That let me tell you, that's why I'm saying that a lot of things is yet to be uncovered that we don't know. But from what we are seeing, Emefiele, they are chasing Emefiele because he already saw his hand with them before. He was trying to contest election. If he was a free person like the way Soludo did, they wouldn't have been chasing him up and down. So he has soiled his hand with these people. He has something to explain to us. That is one hand. Then secondly, because he now brought out the law, he wanted to contest president and he now withdrew. because he has brought out a law that will affect the politician. That is why they want to expose him right now. Every politician in Nigeria have, have skeleton in his cupboard. So whenever you want to do the right thing, they want to hold your kidney con. I don't want to measure it with that thing that you have done. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So
yeah, I understand.
So
I understand.
for them to chase Emefiele now, you will know that what he is trying to do is to the detriment of this 2023. Because if you look at every Nigeria, a lot of them, they've committed themselves, but they are looking at Nigeria that after 2023, if they don't get it right, Nigeria might collapse and it's going to fall upon their head. So a lot of them, they are looking for how to just pull out of the issue and do the right thing. But they be compared by this cabal that will tell you that this is not the time you must do this thing that we want you to do, or you must do it like this, you must do it like this, you must do it like this. That is exactly what is happening. Until
My
we
worry
have
now is that how the next president that is coming, how is he going to pay 70 trillion this thing naira?
Yeah, if the only person will go feel correct this thing, if Peter Obi win, all these things we just look and brown before 2 years it will just take place. You know why? Peter Obi a very intelligent person. Peter Obi too intelligent. In fact, you can't even measure that guy's intelligence when it comes to business and investment. You can't even measure it. He's just there. He just want to get there first. Once he get there, do you know that what we lost from oil theft every year in 3 months can pay that debt? Not be small money with a lost for oil theft too. A day with a lost more than $1 billion, bros. The money is too much that we are lost in. If he can block that side, right now, Buhari, I think Misima just said something like that. Is it that there is no head? That thing affected that there is nobody that Buhari, they cannot listen to Buhari anymore. You see all this cabal, like person like this Jagaban, then Kaduna, this thing were air fire, then people like them Oshomole, people like some kind of guys that I can't easily measure them that are around this president. People like this guy from a south that is a minister that is also one of the leading campaign leader. What is the name of this guy? This Keyamo. Then people like these guys that are surrounding the president. People like what's his name? Information minister.
Lai Mohammed.
Those all those cabal. If the day where Buhari no fit talk, because then they make they understand saying that they make us succeed the regime. You get what Buhari will tell them. When Buhari will tell them finish, more than doing like this, they'll say okay, they'll come up for it. They'll go do the next thing. They'll tell Buhari say they don't do it the way he wants. Say the way say if you do where cabal, then you go able to protect your own head. Buhari now, that's why they asked Buhari. They said, what do you think you will miss if you're in president? He said nothing. The guy is tired. He didn't even expect that his regime would be like this. They messed up the regime for him.
Okay, why he not come fit tell the people, say, see waiting in the face, so he go talk command. For him to just keep silent. Now
they go impeach him. They go frustrate. He go not die for nothing. I mean, that country.
No. They're not fit impeach him. He get the right to sack all of them. But now he just be mumu.
All right,
let me quickly say this. Our president is not sound enough to do all these things. That is why we need a sound person. It's not sound. It's not head-wise. It's depending on.
It be like okay. Just imagine all this cabal way they talk now. The day around person like Putin. You know what Putin go use their eyes see?
Good. That is the difference. Putin is very rugged. He's very rugged. That is the rugged and dogged person that we want there. That's why we are agitating for Peter Obi, because he's everywhere. He can operate at any point in time. That's the issue.
All right, gentlemen. This is as much as
Putin go your fair arrest some of them. Go your bust all of them, blockers.
All right, we'll continue this conversation later on in the evening during our broadcast. Do well to join us every evening, Monday to Thursday, for discussions by 5 p.m. Nigerian time, and on Fridays, 6 p.m. Nigerian time for debates, Monday through to Friday, 10 a.m. Nigerian time to 11 a.m. for our newspaper review. Ladies and gentlemen, do well to join me every day. Do well to join us every day, like our broadcast. Yes, please share, show us some love by donating to the platform. Mr. Pansat, good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being here. Mr. Kingsley, Thank you for being on the broadcast. I see when it comes to laughing, right? I feel you 100%. Pepper them with love. You've been very engaging on this broadcast, and I see you. Thank you. Okay, so Pepper them with love says if it is Peter Obi, that is, if Peter Obi emerges as the president, then Pepper them with love is saying all of us will contribute to pay the money. That was very funny, but well, that's the same support. When people are willing to support their president like that,
You
the
see,
nation
that's
will
very good.
truly be
I'm
so.
happy to hear that
Yeah,
statement. That's very, very good. That is very encouraging. You see, that's the
yeah,
love
Missima,
we're talking about.
yeah.
Missima,
Yes, sir.
Missima, you see that money, eh? If we say more help one person go pay that money, eh? You know how many Nigeria will go dey homeless? Hmm. Just forget that thing, oh. No money where they want live for grass, so gbese. And that's what they call gbese for my language.
Now they call Gbese for my language too.
Okay.
But a night out to everyone on the broadcast. I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Please do all to keep a date with me. May God bless your week. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Bye, man.
All right, sir.